couple years ago at M Booth, we decided that we wanted to do an internal animation project, something that would give us a lot of creative control. And that led us to approaching No Barriers with the idea of making an animated brand film for them. They immediately were on board and helped us to kind of pin down the concept and purpose of the animation. We landed on this kind of hero's journey idea, which we thought would bring out the emotional beats of their philosophy about things like individual struggle, perseverance, and transformation. I knew I wanted to set it in the mountains and wilderness to highlight the role that nature plays in their outdoor programs. And the hope was that using an animal as the main character would give the story some universal appeal. And I was looking at the orange banner in their logo, and I noticed that if you flip it, it kind of looked like fox ears. Foxes are super interesting and kind of magnetic. They are these resourceful survivors, part cat in the way their eyes look and how they walk, but also part wolf or dog in their shape and how they are a family unit. So the story development was a little tricky. No one on our team had ever really done a fully animated short film before. So as soon as we got started writing and storyboarding, I realized that this was going to be a huge learning experience. I started to see the parallels of REN's journey with our own journey of making it. Once I had an outline, we still storyboarded even more versions of the film, and we were making changes well into production. REN, the little fox, originally was going to go through like a harsh winter, get chased by wolves, go through trash at a campground, fall through the ice, and be saved by a swan. The island actually started out as just a small part of the story, and over time it became clear that it was the island that was actually the main metaphor for the mental islands that a lot of us find ourselves on, and that the No Barriers programs are designed to help us get off of and bring us back to the mainland. It took a while to get the final look of the film. We started in a place that was pretty close to where we'd end up, but there's a lot of exploration happening and influences that we discovered along the way. Our art directors, P2 and Howard, they put a lot of work into building a library of environmental assets that we'd use to create the foundation of a shot and paint in the fog and texture and light and shadow on all the objects. It really gave it that pretty cinematic look for an animation like this. The character design was a little trickier. I knew that we wanted that bright orange fox to stand out in this black and white world, but it was a challenge to design the characters with the same level of details as the background. It's probably the most difficult part of the production for me, but we just powered through a ton of fox designs and watched a lot of tutorials on how to rig and animate four-legged creatures until we had it. So while we were animating, No Barriers was having to rethink their entire business model. They were forced to put all their in-person events and experiences on hold due to the pandemic, and quickly pivot to hosting virtual events and developing online resources for the community, which includes the No Barriers Educators platform, which is a really amazing resource for teachers and students who have been hit super hard by this pandemic. So they wanted to tie our film into the platform, which was exciting for us because it meant that we could provide some sort of entertainment or encouragement in our small way while helping to spread awareness about the program, which is really helping a lot of teachers and young people get through these times.